Hello, welcome everyone, and today we are going to learn how to make some, or I should say, a rose. These roses can be used to decorate rose motifs and to put on hats, or you can use the rose to make a bouquet or a centerpiece, and you can use different colors, and in some of them I actually put a bead, but I'll do a separate video on how to actually do these roses on the stem with a seed ball. So today we're going to do this color, red. So what you will need is a crochet hook, and today I'm using a 4.5. Going to need a tapestry needle, scissors, sharp scissors, and yarn. Now the stitches that we're going to use today include the chain stitch, the slip stitch, and double crochet. Now if you're a beginner and you do not know how to do any of these stitches, I will leave a link down in the description box for my videos on how to do these stitches. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make a slip knot. And attach our hook, and we're going to chain 66. I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'll meet you back here when I've done 66. Welcome back. Now we've successfully completed 66 chains. Okay, so the next step is that 66 acts as our foundation chain. So we're going to start our first row. So what you're going to do, you're going to skip the first 5 chains, and you're going to double crochet into the 6th chain from the hook. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to skip those 5, and you're going to do a double crochet, which is a yarn over. Just double check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to double crochet in that one there. It's always good to just double check that you have the right amount on your foundation chain, and you're skipping chains as well, just to make sure you have the right amount of stitches skipped as well. So you've done a double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. Then the next step is to skip 2, 1, 2, and do a double crochet in that stitch right there. So you skip 2, and you've done a double crochet in the next one. Then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and do a double crochet in that same chain. So you're going to end up having 2 double crochet in the same chain space, and then you're going to repeat this process until you get to the end of the line or the end of the row. Let's use the proper terms. Let's get some more yarn. So we'll do it again until we get to the end of the row. So we'll skip 2, 1 and 2. We'll do a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, 1, 2, and do a double crochet in that same stitch. Skip 2, 1, 2, do a double crochet in that next stitch, chain 2, 1, 2, then a double crochet in the same stitch. Skip 2, 1, 2, double crochet in that next stitch, and chain 2 and double crochet in that same stitch again. Just gonna grab some more yarn. Okay. Skip 2, 1, 2, chain 2, and double crochet in that same stitch. Skip 2, 1, 2, double crochet in that stitch, chain 2 and double crochet in that same stitch. Okay, so I'm going to continue until I get to the end of the row, and I'll meet you back here just before we finish the row so I can show you how to finish the row and turn your work. Okay? Welcome back. Here I am. I'm almost at the end of the row, so I'm just going to show you how to finish off this row, and we'll turn our work and start our second row. Okay? So we're going to miss 1, 2, go into that next stitch with a double crochet, chain 2, and then double crochet into that same stitch. So we should be left with just 2, sorry, I missed one there. So double crochet in that 1, 2, that one there, sorry. Chain 2, and double crochet in that same space, then 1, 2, and that's the last chain. We do a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in that same space, Okay, so we're at the end of the row. So what we're going to do now is chain 3 and turn our work. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. So now what we're going to do is a double crochet in that first V space, just there, double crochet, and then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do 2 double crochet in that same V space. 1 and 2. So in the next V space, we're going to do the same. 2 double crochet, because that chain 3 count as 1 double crochet, and then 2, chain 3, then 2 double crochet. 1, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 2 more double crochet in that same V space. So 2 double crochet in that V space, chain 3, and then 2 double crochet in that same V space. That V space, we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 3, and 2 double crochet in that same V space. So we're still working on our second row. We need to do a double crochet in that V space, one and 2, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 more in that same V space. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. So do another double in that V space there. That's 1, and that's 2. Chain 3, and then 2 double crochets in that same V space. 1 double crochet here, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and 2 more double crochets in that same V space. One double crochet here, 2, chain 3, and 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So we just continue until we get all the way to the end of the line. Okay? So we are now at the end of, almost at the end of our row, and what we're gonna do is finish up. So we're going to add 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, and then we're going to also add the same in this last little ring at the end here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do 2 double crochets in this V space here, chain 3, 2 double crochets, two double crochets in that last space, chain 3, and 2 double crochets to finish. So that's the end of row 2. So now we're going to move on to row 3. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. So here we have we should have 21 of these little arches. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, pardon me, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So in the first arch or chain 3 space, I'm going to do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And make sure to count every time you do a petal, because this forms our first petal. Make sure you count each time you do a petal that you have 7 double crochets, because you don't want to have 6 in one, 5 and 7 in the other, because then it will look very uneven. So let's double check. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, now after completing your 7 double crochets in that next space, just here, you're going to do a slip stitch, and there's a first petal. We're going to go ahead and do the same again, 7 double crochets in this chain 3 space. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. We'll count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. In that next space, just here, we're going to slip stitch. And 7 double crochets again in this next chain 3 space. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. The next space, we're going to do a slip stitch. So we'll just continue going right along until we get to the end of the row, and I'll come back right before I finish this row just to show you as well how to finish and tie off. Okay, so here we are at the end of row 3, and we're just going to finish up the last couple of chain 3 spaces, then we're going to finish and tie off. Okay, so we did our slip stitch into that space. Now we're going to continue with our 7 double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So we're going to count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then we're going to slip stitch and do the same again. 7 1 2 3 4 7, slip stitch into that next space, and 7 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Slip stitch in that space, and then our final 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and at the end we're just going to slip stitch just in the middle here of this chain that we did at the beginning. And just find the middle and just slip stitch into it. Okay, and then just chain 1 and pull. You just want to pull enough of a tail so we can weave in, so we can stitch the rows together and also weave in the end. So give yourself maybe about that long, and then you cut, and to tie off all you do is pull that through and then you pull it tight. So then the next step would be to start putting your rows together, and how you do that is I usually ensure that these are the ends are hanging, and I just start folding. Now some instructions would say start stitching, or start weaving in the ends when you've complete the folding the rows, but I prefer to maybe after doing a few folds just stitch that together with one of my ends. So I'll do that now. I'll get my tapestry needle and so I'll just fold that nicely to look as much like a rose as I can, as much as this one, and I'll just go in and out from the middle and just try going from one side to the next and back over, and just trying to weave that nice and neatly together. And then I'll continue folding. And just weaving as much as possible until that end is all done. And what I'll sometimes do is just hide it under here and just continue folding. I think it works best if you turn the flower upside down, because even though this end won't be seen, you still want it to look as nice and neat as possible. Okay, so when I do that, I'll just get my remaining end. I'll thread that into the tapestry needle. And I'll do the same. What I tend to do is I like to secure the end of the flower. So I'll go in and I'll just secure this end here onto the actual flower. And the good thing about it is you won't see the stitches. Just go back and forth all the way up to the curve of the petal. And if you look, you can hardly see anything there. And then I'll go back down. And then I'll start going right across the base of the flower and just go back and forth. It's back and forth, and we're finishing up now. Sometimes I do a knot if I have enough space, if I have enough length on the end. I just do a knot and try and weave in that last bit. If I can. It's gonna be tight, but I'm gonna try and weave in that last bit. There we go. And pull it tight and then cut that bit off. And there you have a crochet rose. Now if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive video updates, and any questions or comments you can leave them in the box below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.